we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Let's go. Quarter, 6.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. They'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Drop 50, drop 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping to get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 6. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Antonio Gibson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They go play action here on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man complete downfield to Davis. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll run with Gibson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss. He brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gabriel Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Rams. Jamison Williams, 37 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready. Hey, confused.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And now here's another interception. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jermaine Johnson able to record his 5th sack of the season. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. And look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most.
This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Boy, they had it at the 1. The full start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. ETN up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's a love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Rams force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 74 yards. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he'll have this just past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Jaguars. Antonio Gibson. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Drill green. Smash red. Set.
Back to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Give up the middle to Gibson. And he's got room. Touchdown, Jaguars. Antonio Gibson, 34 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
52 Glasser.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne.
Right, 97.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it back.
Throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he's able to break through one tackle, but it's slow. Getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Fielded at about the 28. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Jermaine Johnson. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
18, Pioneer! Warriors 17!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Nineteen tight! Come 19!
From the gun on 3rd down. Hillman trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Trap 50! Let's go! Buffalo 18! Panther 11! Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that is incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Throwing again. Hillman. A quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now down to 20. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the questions are going to continue to mount for this club, no doubt. This will almost certainly be another losing effort. And the questions will become, where do they go from here? And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll go again with Gibson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A give running right, Gibson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's got some space here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 48 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try to put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way that opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. And that's caught inside the 35.
Here we go.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter play. Throwing on 1st down. Hillman. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't see their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Hold it ready. Seven Pirates!
On 1st down, Hillman. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But